I got my puppy Ra here. Just gonna wait for people to join on. I am Kiana Sage and I guide people to peace. This is a Being in Sync 366 video series coming to you today. We talk about physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual alignment and alignment with the natural laws, the laws of one. If that interests you, this is the channel for you. If not, if what I'm saying doesn't resonate, that's okay. Keep it moving. Hello. Say hi, Ra. Welcome. Just waiting for people to join on. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for being here. How are you? Just waiting for people to join on. I started a little bit earlier today, but it's okay. It's a real dog. She's real. Her name is Ra, R-A, like the sun god. Just waiting for people to join on here before I start with today's content. It's been a busy, it feels like a Monday. Hello, hello. How much is Ra's haircut? More than I care to say. So today I'm going to be talking about self-talk today. I'm going to start a poll. Do you struggle with self-talk? There it goes. All right, people are starting to join in. Good to see you all. Welcome. Ra has an esophagus issue, so she has to be held after she eats. That's why I'm holding her. She just had her second meal. And she's ready to get down now. And it's almost been 5 minutes, so I'm going to wait until 5 minutes and then I'm going to start the content. She's a Cavapoo, King Cavalier and Poodle mix. Good to see you all coming in. Good, good, good. Thank you for being here. Say hello, Ra. She's not used to sitting up this high. Okay. All right. How's it going, everybody? It feels like a Monday today, but I think it's Tuesday all day long. It's been a busy day. But here we are again for another video for the Being in Sync 366 video series. I'm on here every single day doing a video to help people align physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And then we have some good chats sometimes in the chat. Just depends. If we have a mod, the chats are usually much easier, but we'll see how today goes. Sometimes we have mods that mod the chats, and sometimes we don't. Today is Tuesday all day. I know. It feels like a Monday. I don't know how days feel like a day, but still 24 hours in the day, regardless. So today we're talking about self-talk and how thoughts create form. But before I go into the actual content for today about self-talk, I want to talk about one of the natural laws. So every week I talk about alignment to the natural laws. This week, the natural law that we're talking about specifically is the law of mentalism, which is closely correlated with the cosmic sovereign law of unity, right? So this is really the law of mentalism is really our connection with the universal mind, right? And that is the mind of one. And this is really important when we're talking about self-talk. So, is mentalism have to do with magic? No, it's a natural law. So all the natural laws are how energy actually flows. It's the circulation of life force. And everything is operating off of the natural laws, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. So the reason why I'm sharing about the natural laws, hey Matt, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here and helping in the chat. The reason why I talk about the natural laws is because many people don't really understand what's happening with them energetically. And if they don't understand the natural laws, it really makes it more difficult to change their behaviors, their thoughts, their ways of being, because they don't understand how energy works. So the law of mentalism is really connecting to that universal mind, that the cosmic sovereign laws of unity and the mind of all. Like we're all connected, whether you realize it or not. Elliot, Elliot is telling you, Matt, that I had my puppy raw in the very beginning in the first 5 minutes. I was holding her. So the law of mentalism is really important when we're talking about self-talk, right? Because thoughts become form. So everything that is material, this coffee cup, which I have tea in, drinking my illumination tea, all of these things, everything, glasses, everything physical started in the non-physical. Thoughts take on forms, okay? So it's really important that we understand that. When we understand that self-talk, that internal dialogue takes an energetic form. And I've talked about this before, but it's really important that you understand, or that we all understand, that we have a vibrational force, and then we have our preferences. And when there is a discord or an inner conflict or a disconnection in those things, it will show up in our vibration. It will show up in our experience. So today we're talking about self-talk, because how you are communicating to yourself changes how you vibrate in alignment with the natural laws, with the laws of how energy operates. So it's really important to understand that your self-talk only changes as you change. And so as you have more conscious awareness, that will change how you talk to yourself. But most people who talk negatively to themselves, they don't understand how that influences their quality of life. So I'm just gonna, what's easy for me to call up is I have two couple that comes to my mind who have all the money in the world, and they have no self-esteem, no confidence, and they are weak in their expression, in their vibrational expression. So it doesn't matter if you focus on your material wealth if you are empty within, okay? So how you speak to yourself is important, because your physical body is a physical representation of spirit in form. So that's where the term your body is a temple comes from, because you are a spiritual expression of God, creation, source energy. And that is really important for you to oh, you're distracting me with your compliment there, Matt. Thank you. you are an expression of your connection. So what I thought today, instead of telling you how to think about yourself, what I thought I would help you do is have questions, because your awareness to your thoughts is how your thoughts will change. They won't change without awareness. So you must start to use what's called critical thinking to your thoughts. So you question them. And so I wrote down like a list of questions, because I think high quality questions are really helpful for how you can develop and how you can grow and expand in consciousness. So when you are having thoughts, and people come on here all the time and ask me, how do I get rid of negative thinking? How do I change the way I think? I'm depressed, Kiana. How do I change that? You must have awareness of your self-talk. So ask yourself, I'm going to give you a handful of questions, but the first question is my thought process working for me in the ways that are important? And what's important to you might be different than what's important to me. So it's really what's important to you. So what's important to me is my feeling. Is it make me feel better? Does it help me resonate at a higher frequency? Does this support me accessing higher aspects of consciousness? If not, then you can change. But you start to question your thoughts. The other good question, and I don't know if any of you have heard of Byron Katie, but if not, she has a really simple process. You can go to her website, Byron Katie, Katie, I think it's spelled. She wrote a book many, many years ago. I don't even know how many years ago. But she had a process, and it was a really solid process. But one of the questions that she talks about, and I think it's such a beautiful, simple, easy question. Question number 2 is this true? Is what I'm thinking true? And oftentimes people think things that are not true. That's why I talk about, when people ask me all the time on here, what is the truth? The truth is a frequency, and it's a frequency of your heart. And you feel it. You don't think it. You feel it. And when you hear lies, it will trigger you in here. And you'll be like, that doesn't resonate. You don't need to tell them that they're liars and they lie. You don't need to tell them that. You just know it for yourself, and you honor the truth in you. Okay? So is this true is the second question. So it's also important to remember that critical thinking requires questions, okay? This is the next one. The third one is this thought in alignment with, okay? And then XXX. Is this in alignment with my values? Is this in alignment with the direction that I want to grow? The direction that I want to follow. So feed what you want to grow. It's a great little saying to help you. Is this thinking that this thought that I'm thinking about this person, does that really help me grow? Most often not, right? Because a lot of times we think really negative things about other people. What a waste. What a waste of your brilliant time, okay? Is this thought in alignment with my relationship with God, creation, source? Is this thought in relationship with creation? And I once saw this guy wearing a bracelet that says, I think it said something like, it was supposed to remind him to act or be in alignment with Christ, but he wasn't in alignment. And so he wore the bracelet, and I'm not saying that I'm judging him. I'm just saying he was cursing, he was talking badly, he was gossiping, he wasn't being kind. That's not unity consciousness, okay? That's not a judgment. That's just, you want to be congruent. Hey, Eric! Good to see you here. Welcome. Good to see you in the chat as always. And he always posts after the chat. I love it. You're so kind. Welcome in. Yeah, Matt, we're family here. We're all one. Okay. And is this thinking in alignment with thriving? Is this thinking in alignment with, you want to start to question your thoughts and make it in alignment. Hello, Romania. Good to see you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So self-talk is important with how we are co-creating. We're always in co-creation with the energies, whether we realize it or not. So lots of stuff on self-talk, but I thought, I don't want to tell you how to think. I don't want to tell you what to do. I want you to be empowered to do it on your own. Question your own behavior. Question your own thoughts so you can start to disentangle from the lies. Because the truth is the ego will lie to you all the time. All the time. We will lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that are things that don't even matter. But when you connect with the frequency of truth that is within your heart. Oh, yes, the book Loving What Is, correct. Oh, you read it. All right, Matt. Loving What Is. Thank you for posting that. I did read that book. But I think the practice is more important than the book. And she has the practice free on her website. So you don't even need to read the book to do the practice with yourself. Because what Byron Katie is teaching is the disentanglement with your programs, for a lack of a better word, is that people have been conditioned and programmed and have beliefs that they don't question. And so this is where we need to start to learn to question. So let me think. I can't think of anything else that is important for you to know at this time. So let me go see what questions you guys have in the chat. So Focus says, this is brilliant. Do you have a book? No, I'm not selling anything here. I am just here every day for the Being in Sync 366 video series. This is every day I'm coming on here to share my thoughts, my ideas in alignment with physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies that are all in alignment with the natural laws. I'm not selling anything here. Thank you so much, So Focus, for being here. Oh, thank you for the compliments, y'all. Very nice. Okay. Thank you. The Anderson, 1986. Thank you so much for being here. Every day, different topic. Every day we're on a different topic. Today's topic is self-talk. Thank you, Doc. Good to see you. Oh, Matt, I am kind of curious, Matt, how those 33 are coming, those 33 lessons. Okay, Sandeep is asking, how do you control lust? Well, first of all, you want to disentangle from those, what is essentially the house of the ego. I'm just going to say that to keep it simple. And you want to start to build the house of God within yourself. So if you want to control lust, you must connect deeply with God. Because when you are in the mind, because you're trying to control, so that's the mind, that's a disconnection from the heart. And lust is a desire, which is in disconnection from the heart. You want to connect to your heart. So you want to build the house in connection to God, okay? Source energy, creator, whatever language you feel most comfortable in sharing, speaking, that's what's most important. Then you want to start to question your minds that and your thoughts that are connected to lust. So when you're thinking thoughts, you want to call them out and say, is this thought in alignment with my relationship with God? Is this thought in relation supporting my alignment to my values? And so as you start to question your thoughts, you will see the thoughts will start to, they'll come on strong and then they'll diminish. So you need to know that when you go start to challenge your thoughts initially, it will increase the pace of your awareness is what's happening. And so you're just going to become acutely aware of how out of control your thoughts and your self-talk have been. And that's okay. You just want to continue to see, is this thought in alignment with my values? Is it in alignment with God? Is it in alignment with the direction or who I want to be? If the answers to those questions should redirect your thoughts. And you always want to know what it is that you're valuing. So know your top 5 to 10 values. Matt, you're so kind. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your compliment, and most importantly, your support in the mod is so gracious and selfless of you. So thank you so much. Alex is saying, I work on ending self-negative talk. Okay, but it came as a blessing with alcoholism. Sometimes it's a big awareness. And running from problems. It has humbled me so much with what was needed. But now I'm feeling good and sober. Congratulations, Alex. Congratulations. We applaud you. You know, it's not easy to... Okay, you're not alone. All of us have thoughts. Our self-talk, we just need to challenge it. Use critical thinking to challenge your thoughts. Elliot, we don't give medical advice on this platform. So please do not give medical advice. Alex, it's something I'm finding as a blessing. Yes, it's having awareness about the truth, which might mean that something's incongruent, is a blessing. That is awareness. Awareness in alignment with what is the frequency of truth is where we will find more freedom. Okay, but Alex is saying it's hard to love myself and keep strong for my kids and future self. Okay, Alex, I will challenge you, and you must identify your top 5 values, 5 to 10 values. Okay, and then I want you to challenge your thoughts that are not congruent with your values. That will help you align to that self-love that you want and that you deserve and that is true. Elliot is saying, is this why journaling is good? You can journal. I'm not saying journaling is good or bad. You have to do what resonates for you. I take notes, shorthand. I don't journal, but I guess it could be interpreting. I don't journal, but I take notes. Every day I ask myself, what do I need to learn from what happened today? Where do I want to grow? What do I need to learn more about? What needs to be cleared and aligned? I ask those questions all the time. Am I in alignment with God's sovereign freedom? Am I in alignment with my values? Good question. I don't celebrate many holidays. Shanagam is asking, I don't know if you celebrate Diwali or not. It's an Indian traditional festival. Anyways, I will wish you a happy Diwali. Well, thank you. Thank you. And also to you. May you have a good celebration. I actually don't use a microwave, so you'll have to find somebody else to loan you that. Good to see Romania in here. That's awesome. Mexico. All right. Kiana. Okay, Matt is asking, did you read Loving What Is? That's the book by Byron Katie. And if you all like to read and you want a good book that challenges you, she gives you a practice that is solid and true. And you can go to her website. You could read the book, Loving What Is, or go to the website. Good book. You know, I have not thought about her at all until I started preparing for today's talk about self-talk. And one of her biggest practices is about challenging your thoughts. And it's such a beautiful practice. And she's so peaceful and calm, right? She also was an alcoholic. I got Matt saying I have the librarian look. I don't know what to say. It's better than the other looks that some other people have said on here, Matt. How do you untangle in your opinion? So Focus is asking, how do you, I will say disentangle, untangle, unravel, unwrap. I would say my method is not the method that most people use. I don't know anybody that asks questions, but one of my gifts is asking questions. And high quality questions is a way in which we can start to disentangle, untangle, unravel. So I would start asking high quality questions, So Focused. And I would start with asking what needs to be disentangled. Where am I attached, tethered, wrapped up in that needs to be disentangled? And then I would say, what is hidden, buried, or concealed that needs to be disentangled? Those would be some good quality questions that I would start with. And then you just go into inquiry, you listen from your heart and see where you go. Matt is saying, Kiana, I ended up with 31, which is my mother's birthday coming up as well. Oh, when is her birthday, Matt? And 31, so you're missing 2. So I think that's a little bit of a reluctance on your end, Matt, if I may say so boldly. And so if I may, Matt, I'm going to look for your authorization. I would like to give you 2 that you see if they resonate within you, okay? And I'll see what you say in the chat. If you say yes, I will offer 2 and see if you have them or not. How do you control the thought of simulation? I don't know what you're asking here. What do you mean, Elliot? Thank you so much, Raya. I don't know what you mean about simulation. How do you control the thought of the simulation? Do you mean the matrix? Do you mean of the pulsing of energy? I'm not sure what you mean here. So I don't really understand the question, Elliot. I'm sorry. Hey, Peter! Yay, good to see you here. Peter has arrived. Just having fun with my bell. Okay. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, thank you, Pakistan. Oh, married, but hey, we can all go out to dinner sometime. You never know how it'll work out. We can have virtual connections. What is self-talk? Peter is asking. Self-talk is the thoughts that you think in your head, your inner dialogue. Do you talk to yourself, reflect daily? Sometimes my accent changes while I'm talking to myself in my mind. Yes, yesterday during the live, I was speaking French. I don't speak French. So I could relate to you. I couldn't get it from my thoughts to my mouth, but I had a saying. And so, anyways, yes. Edie, Edit for you is saying, my energy is so much more and I'm less tired. So when you are talking to yourself, that is energy, right? We just want to make sure that it's moving in the direction of who we want to become. More in alignment with creation, with source energy, with the natural laws, okay? I'm Shark Zoo. Good to see you here. I don't read a lot of books. I have to tell you, when I started writing, I stopped reading other people's material because at the time I was working with a publisher, and I was creating a leadership book, and I didn't want to pick up other ideas and repurpose material. I wanted it to be authentic from my heart in the book. And so I stopped reading a lot of material back then. So now I only read books that really resonate, which, by the way, just for the record, I stopped working with the publisher because I didn't like the inauthentic way in which the books get published, and the ones that get on the bestseller, and all the marketing that is false that goes behind the best-selling books. All the books that I recommend, very few of them are bestsellers. You know, they're just not that popular. Some of the most profound leadership books that I've read have nothing to do with what was on the top marketing. Like Marshall Goldsmith, he's always got bestsellers. This guy is the most packaged, marketed leader I've ever seen out there. And his speeches are all canned. All of them, when you start seeing these guys on the circuit, which I have met them, many of them, I'm not saying anything bad. They would say this probably about themselves. They keep it canned because they're all about replication and finding what works and then just spewing this stuff out to the masses every day. Anyways. So I hope that was a long answer to your question. Edit for you. I am not around people around me all day. Me either. Hey, astronaut. Hey, Mick, good to see you here. Thank you. Mick is saying, you are like me, or I'm like you, or we're a reflection of each other, Mick. You don't really watch movies. I like documentaries. I do like documentaries. But I don't really like a lot of movies, no. You don't really watch movies? You don't really watch comedy skits? I don't. And don't journal, but take notes, as do I. Funny, yeah. You know what I started doing is taking notes, because oftentimes if I'm out doing stuff, I'll see things that I need to address later, so I just make a note. And usually before I go to sleep, I usually spend time in reflection and I do some clearings. Yes, Peter, high quality questions, start asking them. Oh, Peter, I don't know if you heard the question, so maybe this is a good time for a recap. Does this thought process that I have work for me in the ways that are important? Okay? Is what I'm thinking really true? Is what I'm thinking in alignment with my values? Is it in alignment with the direction I want to go? Is my thinking in alignment with my relationship with God, creation, source energy? Is my thinking in alignment, or my thoughts in alignment with thriving? Those are a handful of questions. Okay. All right, y'all. So Matt says I can give him some potential lessons that may resonate with him for his mother. So I'm just going to take a moment. So one of the lessons, and Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your mother had a lesson about trusting life for you. So see if that resonates. And there's also a lesson about authorizing yourself to be happy. Like it's okay to feel happy. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to live your life. Those are two of the lessons that I'm getting. See if you have any of those on your list. Or if you don't, if they resonate for you, put them to your list. We want to get to the 33, so I'm going to help you get there. I'm an expert at these lessons. So Focused says, I love your answer. I wrote it down. One more question. How do I rebuild? Rebuild. Well, okay. I haven't gone into the law of structure, but everything has a structure, okay? So rebuilding sounds like like when I read that and I feel that, it feels really arduous. And what I want you to know, So Focused, because you are so focused, that rebirthing doesn't have to be all pain. So maybe it's not about rebuilding, but it's about rebirthing yourself. Like creating. And so the question is, how do I rebuild? How do I create? How do I co-create? And you create from your inner connections, because the inner world creates the outer world. So you rebuild and you rebirth from within. I hope that helps you. Okay. I don't even know who Scott Adams is. Sorry. Thank you, Peter, for the art in the back. Yes. Okay. Oh, let me see what the survey says. Do you so we're almost a 57% struggle with self-talk. So we're all here. We are all so talking with others is like talking to yourself, right? That's why hate and negativity is such a painful process for people to come to the realization, because they think they're hating these other people when they just don't love themselves. I agree with you, Neo. Don't let perspective fool you. Matt likes the book. I have not read To Kill a Mockingbird. 1984 and To Kill. I haven't read either one of those books. No, Boxer is asking if I'm single. No, I'm happily married. Thank you. Peter, that's exactly what I did. Peter's saying Kiana told the publisher to keep it moving. Yeah, it just wasn't for me. I didn't like the whole process. It's too fake and phony, and it wasn't in alignment. And the way that they were directing me to write the book, I could see from a publishing perspective, it's very successful for marketing, but it wasn't how I learn. It wasn't organic to how I speak. It wasn't, I don't see myself as a great storyteller. And they wanted me to tell a story that didn't resonate. So. Oh, interesting, Matt. To Kill a Mockingbird hit your soul in a different way. Interesting. Okay, somebody is asking me Morris is asking me about which party I support. And what I support is unity. I support unity consciousness, and anything that creates division, I'm not in support of that. I am in support of unity consciousness. Yes, your mother would, did you have that on your list, Matt? So she would always say, put my trust and faith in God, which is life, okay? So we're saying the same thing, which is life, okay? So trust life. So I wasn't too far off. Did you put that on your list? Did you learn that? Hey, Michelle, good to see you here. Mick is saying, no, I am waking up to who I really am. So I want you to answer that question. Who am I? Answer that. Answer the question, Mick. Who am I? You don't have to do it here, but that's the question you want to answer. Because you're saying you're waking up to who I am. Who are you? And once you understand the real answer to that question, you will know, and you're going to start laughing. You're going to giggle like it was there all along and you didn't see it. You will know. Josie is saying, I hate myself. What's the big whoop? The big issue with hate is that hate of self, hate of others, hate of God, hate of life creates a lower frequency resonance. That means that you will resonate with suffering, pain, and agony. And you deserve so much more. You deserve to be truly in alignment with your heart. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of free choice. So if you want to be in lower frequencies, that's totally your choice. Okay. You had those ones already, Matt? So Focus says, you are brilliant. Thank you for your help. Oh, am I brilliant? If you say so. Oh, you're too kind. So Focus, I am merely a reflection of you. Oh, Matt, I hope that's helpful. Mick says, I am not who I thought I was, right? Our thinking could be lies. That's right. So you want to feel, who am I from within my heart? Who am I? And answer. That answer from is going to be, you're going to know. You're going to know the answer. I already relisted all the questions. So go back to the beginning, I would suggest. Oh, my beautiful, soft little thing. I don't feel that there is a self that I have that is separate from others. Oh, deep. I love deep. Good question. And so when I speak to other people, I spend time with them, I constantly evolve and change according to that person. What if you could just be with them from your heart? And that would change the frequency of the relationship. Right? So wouldn't it be nice if you don't have to evolve to morph into a different frequency, but you both rise up together? Yes, Matt is echoing, if you can't be kind, you can go somewhere else. Okay. All right, I got through all the questions. All right, y'all. So, Matt, real quick before we get off, do you have your 33 now? Sailors Live, good to see you. Interesting though, with rebirth has the same problem, rebuilding. Oh. Sailors Live, you're too sweet. Thank you so much. 32. We need one more. Okay, I'm not going to get off here until we get the other lessons that Matt needs to learn from his relationship with his mother. We all have different lessons, and so this is a lesson for anybody that's here. We all have, when we have a mother and a father, or a very intimate personal relationship with others, there are soul lessons there. And Matt so beautifully and vulnerably shared that his mother passed away this last year. And sometimes when we're in grief, it's hard to get out of it. But when we learn the lessons, they teach us how to live more in alignment. So when we learn our soul lessons, we live more in alignment. So let me think and feel, Matt, so we can get you that lesson. So I'm just repeating the question and I'm just listening in my heart. Do not argue with the truth. Do not argue with the truth, Matt. Did your mother? Is that it, Matt? Did I get it? Did we get the 33? Beautiful, my beautiful soft little thing. I don't know what you're saying, but a spiritual level, I feel like all of us are connected. Yes, today I introduced the natural law of mentalism. And that correlates with the law of unity, the cosmic sovereign law of unity. And that the law of mentalism is the universal mind. That's that mind of all. So yes. Beautiful. I agree with you. Matt is saying, I like the song, You're So Young and Beautiful. Thank you. What song? I'm not even going to ask what song, Matthew, because you don't even know that you are saying something that is so beautiful to me. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Matt Stinger, for being here and for writing that. Michelle is saying, I let go of unhealthy family stuff when my mom passed last year. Interesting, Michelle. Well, good for you. I'm very proud of you, Michelle. That's freedom. No, she wouldn't say that. But would that be a lesson from your relationship with her? So the lessons from your mother are not necessarily things that they said, but the way that they would want you to operate. So the lesson from the relationship. But if it doesn't resonate, then we still have one more to go. Oh, you like my shirt? Thank you so much, Eric. The question, Matt, I have to you is, does what I say resonate in your heart as a lesson that you would have learned from your experience with your mom? If it's no, that's okay. I don't take it personal. Mick is saying, we lost our dad when I was 18 months old. lost my mom in 2022 on Mother's Day. She had a great faith as well, Matt. Wow. Interesting, Mick. Thank you for sharing. I'm sorry. We all have such interesting ways in which we learn, But Mick, you still have lessons to learn from your parents. So we have a relationship with our parents, even if they're not present in our life. We are learning from our relationship with them because we have relationships even though they might not physically be here. I know that's hard for a lot of people to understand. So focused. After listening to you now, I truly understand why the devil loves confusion. I don't understand what you're saying, but I would say confusion is one step closer to a breakthrough. So I don't understand what you're saying. But Matt agrees. Okay, we got 33, Matt. Oh, beautiful. So, perfect example. Okay, everybody, thanks, Matt, this is a good one. Matt's teaching us all here, y'all. So, Matt said that wasn't something that my mom would say. That doesn't mean it's not a lesson. So we learn our lessons from our heart. That's how we find out if what I am saying resonates with Matt and is indeed a lesson. If it doesn't resonate within his heart, then it's not the right lesson. So Matt, as you go through all 33 of those, you might notice that there's more because the lessons never stop. But the thing that I am getting is that you have identified all the core lessons from your relationship with your mother. So now I want you to look at that list and I want you to pick one of those lessons, just one. You don't have to pick them all, just one. And I want you to pick the one that really makes your heart skip. You know what I mean? That's the one. You'll know it when you read it. You'll know which one that is, Matt. And I want you to honor your mother by honoring that lesson and living it 100% every day. That's how you honor your mother, by living that lesson every day. You pick the one. Eric is saying, thank you, Matt and Peter. Yes, thank you, Matt and Peter. Okay, y'all. So, yeah, you might get 1,000 lessons. But Matt, did that practice shift your perceptions of sadness? Kiana, yes, absolutely. So when we go into learning and we are consciously learning, so Matt, what you did was a consciousness practice of awareness. You took grief and you, instead of focusing on the grief, I'm so sad and I don't know what to do, or it hurts, to a practice of conscious awareness to learn the lessons, which is truly honoring the relationship. The relationship with your mother never dies. Never dies. It's always in connection to your heart. Our parents have that kind of impact on us. Whether we like it or not, they impact us, okay? And so now it's about honoring the lessons of the relationship so we become more resilient. So we become more aligned with the truth of how we are, who we are. Yes, yes, Matt, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. My honor and privilege to be in support of you healing yourself. We are all here to heal ourselves. Nobody could do it for us. We just have guides that help us along the way. I do this all day long with clients that come to me one-on-one, helping them align physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's what energy psychology is. It's shifting the patterns for us all to be in alignment. Okay? So I'm here every day for the Being in Sync 366 video series. If this resonates with you, you like what you're hearing, please consider putting on your notifications, because I come on at a different time every day, but I try my best to get here between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today's talk was on self-talk. I hope it helped. Thank you so much from Peter and Matt for being on here. And thank you, Sailors Live, and all the great questions. You guys have been awesome. Awesome. So glad you were here, Michelle. Okay, y'all. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers to being in sync. Namaste, everybody. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Matt.